Brenda J. Lilly here with the Bridge Artistic Network. I wanted to put out a small disclaimer before we launch into today's video. I am not a licensed therapist. I am just a fellow creative artist who hopes to encourage, engage, and hopefully empower other creative artists to go out and live their art dream. Okay, here we go into today's video. I hope you enjoy it. Well, good Monday morning, everybody. It is Monday morning, August 11th, and it's time for a Monday morning kickstart with me, Brenda J. Lilly, and the Bridge Artistic Network. I hope you like this video. If you do, give us a thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to the channel. It really helps us, and share it with everyone you know and love so we can keep on becoming who we were created to be. All right, now on to the video. I will see you on the flip side. Good Monday morning, everybody. Brenda J. Lilly here with the Bridge Artistic Network. It is time for a Monday morning kickstart. I have my big blue cup of coffee and I'm ready to rock and roll. I hope you are too. Well, in the last couple, what did I just do? In the last couple of weeks, we have been going over the 10 commandments of human relations. We've gone through 1 through 6, and so today I want to do 7 and 8, but a real little refresher of 1 through 6. Number 1, speak to people. You can't relate to people without speaking to people. Number 2, smile at people. People like smiles. It opens them up and it makes you less intimidating. Number 3, call people by name. People love to hear their names called out across the room, mostly. Number 4, be friendly and helpful. Hello. Number 5, be cordial. When you meet new people, shake their hands, welcome them. Number 6, be genuinely interested in people. Listen to their stories. Be fascinated by them. People are fascinating. I'll tell you what, reality television wouldn't be as popular today if people weren't fascinating. Right? All right. So number 7 is be generous with praise and cautious with criticism. Now, I've spoken about a spirit of generosity before. This world works on a sowing and reaping principle. What you sow into the world, you reap back for yourself. And so if you sow joy, you reap joy. If you sow anger, you reap anger. If you sow hatred, you will reap hatred. If you sow chaos, there will be chaos. And your life will be the whirlwind. But if you sow love and peace and joy out into the world, you will reap them in your own life. And then no matter what is happening in the world, you can maintain your joy and peace. No matter what your circumstances are, you get to maintain your joy and peace. Peace? Peace. If you sow generously, you will reap generously. I love to go at the world from a place of abundance. Even when I don't have a lot of money, even when I don't have a lot of resources, I want to be the most generous I can be. Sorry, my battery was running low. I hadn't plugged in my computer. I'm back. So I want to be as generous as I absolutely can be. It doesn't mean I'm not, if I only have an extra $5, then I'm not going to give 10 unless God tells me give 10. Don't worry about it. I'll give what I have. I don't mind because I know I'll have what I need. I'm going to be okay. I walk in that confidence. And so, sowing things generously, giving things away, I don't have a problem with. This isn't specifically talking about money. In fact, it's not talking about money really at all. It says, be generous with praise and slow or cautious with criticism. To be generous with your praise means you need to become an encourager of people. And that is not always easy for us, is it? It's much easier to see the things that go wrong than it is to praise the things and celebrate the things that go right. But I was talking with a friend a couple of weeks ago, and he had done something, he had finished something, and I was like, okay, so did you celebrate that? Because that's huge, dude. What did you do to celebrate? Did you go out to dinner? Did you like, I don't know, what did you do to celebrate? Sit down, have a glass of wine? What did you do? And I encouraged them to celebrate because that was a huge win for them. And it's too often that we, especially if we're project driven people, which I know a lot of creatives are. So I'm speaking to us as a group right now. We so often get so focused on the project and finishing the thing, whatever the thing is. And once it's done, we just move on to the next project. We don't take a moment to say, yeah, okay, that's good. I'm so glad. Look at that. Look at what I've accomplished. Nor do we, if we're project driven people, rarely do we like clap people on the back and congratulate them for finishing their project because we just consider it their job. Well, of course you finished the project. You want a bozo button? Careful there. That doesn't build esteem and it doesn't build up a person's um, fortitude to carry on. It doesn't make them feel good. It makes them feel like a cog in the wheel, and we are not that. We're not a cog in the wheel. We are all fearfully and wonderfully made people by the master creator. And that means we need to be generous with our encouragement. We need to be generous with our praise. When something goes well, right, when someone does something good, when someone finishes, when someone, I mean, it doesn't even have to be amazing work, but when you see their struggle, if someone is struggling and struggling and struggling, but they carry on and they get through, wow, what a spirit of perseverance that person showed. And that is amazing. They didn't give in to fear. They didn't turn and run. They didn't walk out mad. They didn't throw their hands up in frustration. They kept on. We need to praise and encourage that in our people, in the people that are around us, because that's huge, man. That's huge. And we need to be cautious with our criticism. It doesn't mean that we don't help people to get better, but we need to say it in a way that it's constructive, that it doesn't tear down, but it builds up. When you're generous with your praise, it doesn't mean you praise every little thing. I'm not of the mind that everybody should get an award just for participating, just for showing up. I'm not of that generation of people. And so this generous with praise thing comes not so easy for people in my generation because we didn't get it unless we did something super spectacular. And we certainly didn't get an award for showing up. I didn't get a cap and gown when I graduated from kindergarten because I didn't graduate from kindergarten. I went to first grade. I didn't graduate from elementary school. I went to middle school. And out of middle school, I went to high school. The only time I graduated was high school and college. That's when I got the cap and gown. And so, all of these celebrations seem strange to me. And yet, it's important to celebrate milestones. I don't know that every 6-year-old needs a cap and gown, but they need to be celebrated for finishing their kindergarten year and going into and being ready for first grade and elementary school. And when they pass a test that was hard for them, they need some ice cream. They need whatever the treat of their choice is because it was hard and they struggled through and they won. Even if they don't pass that test, they showed up with their A game. They tried their best. Sometimes we need to celebrate even the smallest steps forward with folks. And I don't mean to go crazy with every single thing, but to acknowledge it is important. And therefore, being cautious with the criticism because you don't want to shut them down. You don't want them to stop the growth. You don't want to get in the way. This one is hard. Criticism helps. Constructive criticism helps. Saying, oh my God, that was god awful. Why did you even do that? Doesn't help. But to look at something that isn't quite right yet and to say, wow, you've come a long way with this. What are your next steps? Are you happy with it? How can I help? That's a generosity of spirit when it comes to human relations, right? It's being an encourager. It's helping people become who they were created to be. It's helping people to see what they were made for and how they can live out their purpose in this life. It's a huge thing, number 7. Huge. We could sit here all day, but I'm not going to. I'm going to move on to number 8. Be considerate with the feelings of others. Now, it goes on to say there are usually 3 sides to a controversy: your side, the other person's side, and then the right side. I usually say the truth is in the middle. There's your truth, their truth, and the truth. And the truth is actually somewhere in the middle. Neither one of you holds the actual truth. In a controversy is this is what happened, this is what happened. There's two different perspectives, and really what happened is in the middle. Okay? So be considerate of other people's feelings. Recognize that your experience is not their experience. That where they are in their life and process is not where you are in your life and process. And what you've gone through is not what they've gone through. That we all have a story. We all have our own places that bunch us up and hold us, that we need to punch through and move on from. Those places that hurt us. And we need to heal those places in order to move on. It's not easy, this life. And so number 7 and number 8 work in tandem. When you're generous with your praise, when you become an encourager of people, you are considerate of their feelings. You are considerate with their time and with their life. You don't, if you say you're going to be somewhere at a certain time, you don't show up 25 minutes late because you're being considerate. And if you're going to be 25 minutes late, you make a phone call and you say, I'm so sorry. I'm held up. If it's forces beyond you, if you're stuck in traffic you didn't know was going to happen because it's the middle of the day and it shouldn't be there because there's suddenly construction or there was an accident, okay, you still make a phone call. You let the person know, I'm okay, I'm just stuck in traffic. I'll be there in about, it says 15 minutes. I don't know. I'll call you when I get closer. You recognize that their time is valuable, that their life is as busy as your life, that their life is as difficult as your life in different ways. But nobody gets the gold medal for pain because we all have pain. There are no winners with that one. So be considerate of each other. Don't always put your stuff in front of everybody else's stuff, and don't always compare and contrast your life with other people. We should not be comparing our lives with the lives of others. Well, if I had what she had, I'd be fine right now. That's not true. You don't know what she's going through, regardless of what she has. Someone might have all the money in the world and be one of the most miserable people on the planet. You don't know what people are going through. Bottom line. So be encouraging, be considerate. And, just practice the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. If you wouldn't like it done to you, don't do it to someone else. If you wouldn't like it said to you, don't say it to someone else. Be kind. My shirt says be kind. Be considerate. Be generous with your praise. And be careful with your criticisms. We need to build each other up in these days. And so, my friends, go forth this week and be an encourager. I love you. I will see you all again next week. We will finish up this list with number 9 and 10. I'm going to leave you on tenterhooks. I'm not telling you what they are, but I will see you next week. All right. Be blessed as you go. Love you. Goodbye. Hey, thank you so much for watching our video. I hope you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, subscribe. What are you waiting for? All right. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Bye.